So you're convinced.
'Cause here's the other thing: the file. I don't think you have to go back for this. The file never said that Mukuro was a single child.
It did
It
not,
just
no.
it just said they had a really big interest in stuff and that they went away from their family. But who's to say they didn't have a twin that was also interested in stuff like that, but didn't go and join Fenrir, but did other stuff to try to find them? Maybe. Who knows?
And we also... So you think Kyoko is Mukuro's twin, is your
Yes.
theory.
That
And
is
there's
my
also... We found out from Kyoko at the beginning of the chapter that, while we were in the dojo and Kyoko's like, it's refreshing to see this traditional Japanese setting because I've spent a lot of my childhood overseas.
Hmm. Interesting. Was that during a free time event?
No, that was just during the investigation of, like, you know how, like, at the beginning of every chapter, there's like, oh, new part of the school unlocked, and we have to
Yeah.
investigate the new part of the school.
It really cock blocked all of the rest of our fucking free time events with her, so we couldn't finish her log out. I'm so mad about that. I tried to talk with her every single time after the last time we talked, and it literally blocked me every single time because we couldn't find her.
At least we got to finish Sakura before she passed away, but at what cost?
No, the reason why we had to finish Sakura and why we did finish Sakura is because we couldn't talk to Kyoko.
Oh, that's
That was
true.
the whole
Yeah, there
problem.
is like a lot of points in this game where the game just completely blocks you from talking to Kyoko. Because, like, last chapter she was pissed at us, this chapter she's missing.
I hope I said the thing about the twins in the recording. I'm pretty sure I did, but like that's my leading theory right now.
I started recording this conversation as soon as you brought up the twin theory again. Because you always bring up the fucking theory whenever we're not recording. I'm like, Larson, I gotta record this good theory. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dancy Plays. I hope you enjoyed that cliffhanger because I'm sure that Larson did. Isn't that right, Larson? Brand new recording session. It's been like a few weeks since our last recording session. You still don't know who this bitch is. Who we're waiting for.
It was just yesterday.
It was just
It
yesterday.
was yesterday.
Sure. Yeah, that's how time works. Yesterday was June and now it's July.
Wow, I haven't seen you since last month.
If it's me
That
you're
actually be
waiting
true in this
for,
case.
I'm here.
Oh God, is it time?
You're the
I'm
one
pressing
with
the
the
button.
mouse to click.
Click. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey,
Oh my God, it's her! Yes!
You're
My
not
queen!
dead. I'm absolutely surprised and didn't know this was happening at all.
I
I'm
am
here.
surprised. Okay, I wasn't
Yes,
sure.
yes, that is the whole point of the series, Larson. Welcome. I'm here, and no rules have been broken.
Oh. Hiyoko!
Ah, Kyoko, you're still alive? Well, shit, that fucks
She's
up
so
all my
happy.
evidence.
No, that's a ghost.
Stop talking!
If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, am I right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong?
You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later.
Oh, this trial's gonna be fucking wild! Holy shit.
Shing! Now I'll make sure you're sorry
so
later.
Can't wait to find out why she was in my room.
Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. Ooh, that fucking lag.
When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko!
Ah! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die.
Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. I would have went apeshit if Miyatoko were the only girls left.
Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us.
No, it's not. Huh?
He's right, now we gotta deal with a ghost.
I told you, stop talking!
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial.
Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master! Wait for me!
Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But I'll be happy when this trial is all over.
No, you won't. You're always unhappy. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Bitch, where the fuck were you? Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms.
The what? The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered.
Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now, I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over to the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I?
So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting.
But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
Oh, fuck. What? Oh, shit.
Just a second.
I just spilled water on
Hey,
my desk.
what are you two doing? Before we get in, hurry up! Before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
I was so surprised by that. I spilled water on my desk.
I don't know.
It's fine.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto?
That's extremely optimistic, Kyoko.
Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
I hate to say this, but like... Right now, she's suspect number one for me. Like, at this point, it's trying to prove that she didn't kill Mukuro Ikusaba. Like, What?
Yeah, because, like, everyone but us and Kyoko has an alibi.
But like,
Something fishy going on here.
even our alibi incriminates Kyoko. Like, what are we supposed to do?
It would seem.
It is really just our word against hers at this point. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me.
For her? She gonna try to sacrifice us? Are we sacrificed? That's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her? Unless she really is Mikuro Ikusaba.
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all...
Of fucking course it's not. Not like you would answer anyways. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? We're gonna die. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the doors slid shut. Oh, it's so empty. It gets
It is.
emptier every time.
It's just us six.
Oh, this time. The clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. Dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the light of despair. Of course, yes, it was the blinding light of despair.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
I can read this game like a book. Clearly.
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. Don't you enjoy my abhorrent decorations?
Editing Taylor just has a compilation of every time I was wrong.
She's making one, probably.
What the fuck is that in the background? Why are there pink curtains? What is this?
That's what you're questioning?
Yes. And the tiles. Sure. The tiles too. But why the pink curtains? And why are they so realistic?
They really felt like a free-to-use PNG.
It's like a real set of curtains.
Time for the pointless jokes and the time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. So stop poking fun of my
Has it?
really realistic curtains.
I'm sorry.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's get on with the show.
And so the curtain opened for the 5th time, and then the camera spun around in all directions as it does at the beginning of every trial. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Ah! Actually, no, I don't want to say. Yeah, I'll say it.
Yeah, you might want to
Actually,
say for this
I'll say
one.
it weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the thing that I'm scared about, though. I feel like we don't have... Am I wrong in saying that we don't have as many evidences as we normally do?
There's definitely something weird about this trial.
Like, for how much has happened, we don't have that many evidences. Like, we have as much, if maybe not less. Editing Taylor, can you pull up maybe how many evidences we had last time? Like, there's only 18. This is weird. This is strange. But we can do it. We can do this.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. It's fine.
It'll be fine!
It's fine.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So if you can figure out who done
Whodunit?
it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Bit? What?
But
Excuse me.
Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait Kyoko that has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. Her glare. I think her gloves maybe.
I got it!
Right?
I'm
Yeah.
talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh,
This bitch.
you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to accuse someone of murder!
It was you.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Ghost!
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Cause that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I'm actually lost here. Oh god.
You gotta shoot at what you
That
disagree
Kyoko
with.
there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got
That's
burnt up
true.
in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Cause that corpse is absolutely
I'm
Kyoko.
stupid. How do I
This
speed
entire
up again?
discussion is idiotic.
Speed up.
Wouldn't it be hard to wear fake
dead body
nails
was-
with gloves?
Then she was wearing.
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Was she oh, she did it have fake nails?
Cause that corpse
Yeah,
is
the corpse had fake
absolutely
nails.
Kyoko.
This entire
I
discussion
ran out
is
of
idiotic.
power surge stuff.
That Kyoko. Okay, then prove.
The dead body wasn't.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing.
Well, yeah, she must have been. Cause that corpse is.
Oh my god, I'm
This
so
entire
fucking
discussion is
bad!
idiotic.
I have to take a skill that's supposed to make me better at
Kyoko, there is-
this!
Okay, then prove.
The dead body was.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then
I
she
hit the
was wearing-
fucking
well,
purple
Yeah,
ones,
she
but
must
like,
have been wearing gloves.
God forbid.
No, that's wrong.
Yay.
Damn, you're right. I've never had fake nails
No.
before.
There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
He's so smart.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we had to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Oh god.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so.
The face was scorched beyond recognition.
I think
And
that
there
was
wasn't
true.
any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Ah.
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
If Kyoko really, then who died?
There's gotta be some... I don't think so. And
They
there
really
wasn't any
give you a lot of
description.
time, don't they?
Can't
Fucking
identify the
13
body.
minutes?
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
God damn.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
A cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
Thank
The
you.
key to
Kina.
figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Oh my god.
Jesus
Seriously?
Christ.
They really did something that humiliating?
Did she die already?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
See, honestly, I think the most unfortunate thing about this chapter is that 2 people didn't die. We're stuck with at least one of them still, and that's the worst part. If we get both, God forbid, I think the game's... I'll just have to quit the game at that point, right? I mean,
1 star on Steam.
that's my reputation. I mean, I'll be so disappointed.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear. The chicken coop's chickens! That's it!
There was 6 of them.
Byakuya's account, right? No. Wait, where's the stuff that we found?
It's either Byakuya's... Well, press Byakuya's... Like, read Byakuya's account, because Byakuya said a lot. Oh, well, I wanted to read it, not select it.
Shoot.
No. My guess
I have a
is
bunch
that
of cards. It's fine.
it's the Mukuro Ikusaba autism diagnosis.
Can we look at it? Okay, yeah. But this doesn't say... yeah, it does. Tattoo.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
He's so sexy when he's right.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... Oh my god, it's the one that always fucking fucks me up because I always forget how to play it.
Hopefully you could spell A 4-letter word. Yay.
Now I understand.
You're expecting too much from me, okay? Calm down.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
4 letters now.
Fenrir,
That's
the wolf of
crazy.
Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe she was just like a game show host, and they got her replacement.
Maybe we shouldn't have
She
been
died.
thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
God.
Not a far-fetched theory now with what we've learned.
Yeah. Is she Chris McLean, Larson? Is that
After
where
all,
we're going?
looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
I don't know, Taylor's Chris McLean autistic?
He reeks
All
of
it said was that she
neurotypical.
was the ultimate soldier.
Then they can't be the same.
They can't be the same, no. Nothing
They have
else,
to be
just the autism.
Society hopes they're different. If they're the same, God help us.
If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who's Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Damn.
Okay. Anyways. You know what? Your family name... Your family name will be staked next time on Dancy Plays. How about that, Theacua? How about that?